Have you ever found yourself wide awake in the middle of the night? Eyes open, clock glowing 3:07 a.m., and your mind quietly wondering, why now? You're not stressed, there's no noise, and yet sleep has slipped through your fingers like a dream you can't quite hold on to. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. For many older adults, waking up around 3 a.m. becomes a regular part of life. But few people talk about it. Fewer still understand why it happens. Is it just part of getting older? Or could there be something deeper going on? In this video, we'll uncover 5 meaningful reasons why your body might be waking you up in the still of the night, and what those early hours might be trying to reveal. Each reason we explore opens a window into your body, your health, and your life experience. And by the end of this video, you might just come to see your sleep not as broken, but as a wise signal from within. Let's begin. Reason 1. Your sleep hormones are changing. As we age, our body begins to adjust its internal chemistry. One of the most noticeable changes happens with melatonin, the hormone your brain produces to help you drift into sleep and stay there. In your younger years, melatonin flowed steadily each night, acting like a soft blanket that wrapped you in deep rest. But over time, your brain produces less of it. By the time you hit your 60s, 70s, or 80s, that melatonin supply may not last through the entire night, especially not past the early morning hours. So, while you might fall asleep without issue, staying asleep becomes a different story. It's not that your body is failing you. It's simply shifting gears, running on a lighter dose of the chemical signals it once had in abundance. Now, here's the tricky part. Even a little light, like the glow from your phone, a nightlight, or a street lamp outside, can further reduce melatonin. Your aging body becomes more sensitive to these subtle cues. Take Margaret, for instance. She's 74 and always prided herself on sleeping through the night. But lately, she's been waking up at 3 a.m., completely alert. After learning about melatonin and light sensitivity, she made a few small changes. No screens after 8 p.m., blackout curtains, and a warm chamomile tea before bed. She still wakes up some nights, but not as often. And when she does, she's gentler with herself. That shift from frustration to understanding makes all the difference. Reason 2. Your internal clock is ticking earlier. Another major factor? Your circadian rhythm, your body's natural timekeeper, is changing too. This shift is called advanced sleep phase. In plain terms, as we grow older, we tend to get sleepy earlier in the evening and wake up earlier in the morning, whether we want to or not. It's like your body has decided to run on a sunrise schedule. Back in the day, you might have gone to bed at 11 and woken up at 7. Now, without realizing it, you might be asleep by 8:30 or 9. So by 3 a.m., your body says, "That's enough rest for tonight." This doesn't mean something's wrong. It just means your rhythm has changed. Think of your sleep cycle like a song that's been retuned over the years. Still beautiful, just playing in a slightly different key. Frank, 69, noticed this shift when he retired. He stopped having set wake-up times, stopped staying up late watching TV with his wife. Pretty soon, he was asleep before the evening news ended, and waking up when it was still pitch black outside. So what did he do? He slowly pushed his bedtime back, 15 minutes at a time. He added a short phone call with a friend at 9:15, a little journaling with a soft lamp. Eventually, he got back to waking around 5 or 6 a.m., not 3. Just enough to feel like his body and his life were in sync again. Reason 3. Your body has something to say. Sometimes 3 a.m. isn't about your sleep schedule. It's about discomfort that your mind doesn't fully register during the day. A creaky hip, a dry throat, a twinge in your lower back. You may not notice them when you're busy, but in the silence of night, they whisper loud enough to wake you. As we age, pain and discomfort don't always knock loudly. They tap gently, just enough to pull you out of a dream. Then there's digestion. Have you ever eaten late and then found yourself waking early with a bit of heartburn or bloating? Or maybe it's your bladder calling you more often than it used to. That's not unusual either. As the bladder becomes less elastic with age, nighttime trips to the bathroom increase. And once you're up and moving, even briefly, your brain may shift from rest mode to alert mode, making it harder to fall back asleep. Recognizing these patterns can help. Is it always a certain position that causes stiffness? Do certain foods disrupt your sleep? Is your room too warm or too dry? Awareness opens the door to small, meaningful changes, and sometimes that's all it takes to reclaim a peaceful night. Reason 4. Emotional energy has no clock. Not all awakenings are physical. Sometimes the heart stirs before the body does. As we age, we carry more memories. More joy, yes, but also more grief, more reflection, more questions about life's meaning. And the stillness of 3 a.m. can feel like an invitation to sit with those feelings. There are no emails, no conversations, no to-do lists, just you and your thoughts. Have you noticed this? Waking not with pain, but with a mind that feels active, reflective, sometimes even restless. For many, this emotional energy is tied to transition. Retirement, the loss of a partner, the quiet that fills an empty house. If this sounds like you, consider a new bedtime ritual. Write a letter you don't send. Pray, meditate, or simply place a hand on your chest and breathe deeply. It won't solve everything overnight, but it may calm the mind enough to welcome rest again. Reason 5. Your wisdom is awakening too. Here's a thought we don't often hear. What if your 3 a.m. awakening is not a problem, but a form of wisdom? Many ancient traditions viewed early morning hours as sacred, a time when the veil between the conscious and unconscious was thinnest, when insight, intuition, and clarity could arise. You may find that the thoughts you have at 3 a.m. are different, softer, more honest, sometimes creative, sometimes healing. Instead of fighting to go back to sleep, try this. Sit up slowly, breathe, write one thought down, then lie back and rest, not with frustration, but with gratitude. Because sometimes the quietest hours reveal the most. If you've been waking up at 3 a.m., you're not broken, you're not alone, and you're not failing. Your body, your mind, and your spirit are simply speaking in new ways. And when we stop blaming ourselves, we begin listening. That's where peace lives. If this video gave you insight, comfort, or even just a moment of reflection, let me know by typing "I'm listening" in the comments. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss future wisdom-filled videos. Thank you for watching. Sleep well, be gentle with yourself, and trust that even in the quietest hours, you're growing.